Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's a Monday. It's kind of dreary out here today. And I wanted us to kind of wrap up our work on the yamas this morning. So we have one final yama to go over. And again, these yamas are one of the limbs of yoga. They're philosophies to live by. And today's yama is Satya, which is truthfulness. And truthfulness is probably obviously all the yamas are important, but I would say that this is probably the most important because this is, a core value in how we use yoga in our day-to-day lives. And not just being truthful when we give an account of something that has happened or, share, our own personal experience and things like that, not just not lying about things, but not lying to ourselves personally. And that's the one that, we often get caught up into this self-deception. What's the story we're telling ourselves about things versus what the reality of a situation may be. And I see this one play out more often in relationships, specifically romantic relationships, where maybe we've outgrown a partner or things like that, or we've outgrown a friendship, or but we're still continually cycling through that and staying in something that is detrimental to our being, not just our mental health, but also it can be detrimental to our physical health. So truthfulness and like true, genuine honesty. So when you think about this, think about how you align with yourself, how you align with your values, your belief systems on a day-to-day basis, moment to moment. We have a lot of things that pull us out of alignment. We might do something and then, if it's something that you think you're going to have a regret about, then you're not aligning with your own truthfulness. You're not being true to yourself. And sometimes we do things and then realize, oh, that took me out of alignment, and that's okay too. But being honest with yourself about that misalignment, and being honest with others about what you may have done. So I want us to take a moment here and really breathe into this concept of Satya, and specifically thinking about how you're doing right now with everything that's going on. We've been under, most of us have been in self-isolation for nearly a month now. If you're not an essential worker, and if you are an essential worker, thank you for everything that you're doing right now to keep us all going. But sitting here for a moment, find a nice comfortable seat and settle into your body. Check in, take that physical check-in. Start down at the soles of your feet, grounded, here, balanced. And allow your body to tell you something. What truths does it hold? Where are you physically holding on to what's going on in our world right now? Where can you be truthful with yourself and your physical body? What's happening? Are you listening to what your body is telling you? Are you tuning in? Are you taking time to give your body what it physically needs right now? Settle into that. Take a moment, just noticing what is there, being kind to your physical body, being truthful about what's held there. Maybe you don't know what it is, but maybe you can sense that there's something there, and that's okay too. Being truthful about the acknowledgement that something is sitting there is just as important as knowing what it is. From there, begin to shift to your thoughts, your emotions, how you're mentally and emotionally feeling right now. Being truthful to yourself about that. And allowing yourself, giving yourself permission here to be truthful with those around you about how you're emotionally feeling. Are you feeling drained by all of this? Are you feeling traumatized, stressed, anxious, worried? Often something that happens is those of us that have severe anxiety, sometimes in times of severe trauma, like we're experiencing as a whole right now, we go to this place of almost calm. And while that may seem like oh, nothing's wrong, I'm fine, often it's actually a trauma response, especially for those of us that tend to suffer from high anxiety. So be truthful with yourself about how you really feel. Get curious about your emotional state right now. Are you noticing that you're having outbursts? Are you allowing yourself to grieve? A lot of us are just pushing right now instead of stepping back and taking a moment to assess what's actually mentally happening. Can you allow yourself that time? Can you give yourself permission to be where you are, to be how you are? Can you allow those around you to do it as well? Take a moment to breathe into that truthfulness, that Satya, that kindness that comes with it. And we often think of brutal honesty, brutal truth. How can you take the brutality out of that and just be honest, soft, kind about it, but truthful? Take a few moments here. Notice what you're holding, what you need to be truthful about, what you maybe need to get off your chest. Allow yourself to breathe into whatever that may be. Nice, deep, intentional breaths. Breathing in that authenticity of Satya, that truthfulness, that allowance, giving yourself permission to speak your truth, to listen to the truth of others. Finding that truth in your physical body, what is happening there, and allowing yourself to be curious about it. Noticing those truths that you're holding emotionally and mentally, and allowing yourself to take a breath in them, not bypassing them, not pushing them away, not hanging out in them either, but allowing yourself to notice, to be truthful about it to yourself, to those around you. Allow your arms to come heavy at your sides. On an inhale, let your arms reach high. Exhaling, hands come to heart center. 3 deep sighing breaths here across the miles. Here in community. In a state of Satya. Thumbs come to the forehead center. The divine light within me reflects the divine light within you. Namaste. Thank you all for going into this little bit of in-depth work of the secret of the Yamas and what the Yamas are. I think next we'll probably start with the chakra system and talk about the energetic body and what that actually means, what those actually are, how they affect us, and how we can work with them to create a more balanced whole. Thank you for supporting my work throughout all of this. It's an interesting time. I have started doing Zoom live classes. I did the first ones last week, and that's going to continue. If it's something you're interested in and you're not already a part of it, be sure to hit me up on some of the social media that's listed below here. So you can either message me through Facebook, you can message me here about it, and I can get you that information. Classes are on a donation base for the Zoom classes, and it's a sliding scale. Pay what you can. $7 to $10 is about standard, but if you can pay more, or you can only pay less, or you can't pay at all, just let me know. We'll work it out. I love you all. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're, relishing what you can of this, taking some self-care and doing what you can. Breathe through it. Much love.